Miss Special Guest, would you like to introduce yourself to the On Top listener?
Yes, what's happening, everybody locked into On Top? My name is Prolific Official. How is everyone this evening? I hope you're all good.
I'm going to try that speaker one more time.
Okay.
Hopefully, don't get the feedback. Hey, there we go. Should be all right now. Go on. So, Prolific Official. Sorry, Prolific Official. I got to get used to that now.
That's
okay.
all right.
I always call you Prolific. I can't be the only person that does that.
You're not. And I do say to people, can you put on flyers and things Prolific Official? Only because after I actually registered my name, I realised that before I registered my name, I realised that there were lots of prolifics.
Talking to your mic a little bit more for me.
Can you hear me?
There you go, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, so before I registered my name, I actually looked online and there were lots of prolifics because a few people said they couldn't find me. So I added official and I come up straight away. Fair
enough. Okay, I wondered why. I thought that probably was the reason for the official. Okay, so how long have you been involved in music? Because I know, I've spoken to a few people who have been aware of you for quite a long time. Okay. And to be fair, you're quite new to me.
Yeah.
So, but better late than never, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So how long have you been involved in the industry?
Properly.
Yeah.
So I started taking it seriously about coming up probably 4 years now. 2016. No.
Okay.
But I've always done music.
Okay. So when you say you always done music, you were always dabbling, or were you actually recording, or were you working with other artists?
Yeah, like I used to just dabble really. I've always been involved in the creative side. I used to dance with, back in the day I used to be a dancer. I used to dance with Boy Blue, Kat from MTV Bass. That's where it really started. Kat actually used to give us vocal training sessions at Forest Gate Youth Centre.
Can he sing?
So that's where I started. Who, Kat?
Yeah.
That's my G, man.
Can he actually sing? No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's all right.
Good singer?
Yeah, he's all right.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So yeah, he was like, from I was probably like 11, 12.
Yeah.
I used to go there, and then my mum's a singer, so I used to sing with her on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, various different bits and pieces.
What was your mum doing singing? Was she like performing, or was she just like, again, dabbling a bit?
No, my mum was signed to Stockake and Waterman.
Okay.
Who they used to. She used to do more like pop music back then. So that was the same label as Jason Donovan, Kylie Minogue, that sort of thing. She was on like The Word. What's that thing used to be called? Opportunity Knocks. She used to perform at the Hippodrome.
So many people listening to The Word.
What The Word?
Opportunity Knocks. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
You're too young.
Yeah, things like that. And then as well, she was also involved in like extra work. She was like in EastEnders and Judge Dredd and things like that. So I do a bit of that as well. But yeah.
All right. So she's done a fair bit. So she used to take you along. So you used to see what she used to go through, the dramas. She used to moan, I can't stand. It's so much of a drag. Like,
no, she wasn't. She loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loved it.
Okay.
And yeah.
How did you feel about it though?
I loved it. It's all I knew.
Yeah,
because I was literally born into it. So when because she used to perform, she used to be a part of Cats, the musical.
Okay, right.
When it first opened.
Yep.
And so I grew up in the theatre with her.
Okay.
And used to go to studios, and then she performed at her gigs with the live bands, and so I've always been around it really.
Did you not feel that you wanted to fall into the theatre world at all?
I love theatre. I really do love musical theatre. And I did go for a few auditions when I was younger.
Right.
But I don't know, it just never really...
What did you study?
What did I... Oh, okay. When I left school, I actually studied performing arts.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used to go to the Weekend Arts College in Kentish Town.
Okay.
And I studied performing arts. From when I was young, I'd done tap, ballet, no one knows this actually. But yeah, tap, ballet, modern jazz, contemporary.
Can you still tap?
I can,
Do you still have the shoes?
I don't, but I really want some.
All right,
I actually said in one of my films.
So anyone listening now who's thinking about a Christmas gift for Prolific Official, tap shoes. What size are you?
Yeah, I'm a 6.
You're a size 6. Get her a 7 just in case, because women like always say I'm a 6, but really they're a 7.
No. They will swim on me, please. Yes, a 6.
She's probably a 7. Don't listen to her. Right, this is what women do. Okay.
I'm 5'4".
5'4" with size 7 feet. Wow, imagine that.
Could you imagine? Yeah.
All right, so if you want to get a Christmas present, tap shoes. So you used to be able to do all the tap stuff, and you done modern dance and all the rest of it, all that good stuff.
Ballet,
and you stopped because
I stopped dancing. Well, actually, before I stopped doing that type of dance, I used to do street dance.
Okay.
That was with Boy Blue.
Okay. What's the difference between modern dance and street dance?
So modern is so you do like it incorporates like cannons and Okay.
Cannons? Was it like magic tricks?
No, it's the way that you what is it? I don't know how to
official has been shot out of cannons.
No, it's just the movements that you do. Street dance is more, it's street dance is
I get that. Yeah. But I understand what street dance is. But
what's the difference? There's a big
difference. So I didn't really understand what modern dance is until you said street dance. So.
Yeah, so they call it modern. So you've got tap, ballet, modern, contemporary, and it's just to do with the movements that you do.
Okay, so basically you mastered all.
Yeah, I was good at.
Prolific official, ladies and gentlemen. But you were saying when I asked you about the reason you stopped before you stopped.
So honestly, all right, the reason that I stopped doing dance, the last type of dance I did was street dance, and I stopped because I was in church.
Right.
I started going to church, and then I used to get cussed all the time. I remember I went and done Dynamite's first ever video, Boo, and I showed certain members of my family, and they were like, "Oh my god," because they're like in the church and stuff, and it wasn't really accepted.
Were you twerking?
No, I wasn't twerking.
You sure?
No, look how long ago that is.
Yeah, you could have been the first to twerk.
Twerking wasn't even a thing.
Twerk for church.
You might whine. Do you know what I mean?
Little wine at church, right?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I stopped because of that. To be honest, I completely stopped dancing altogether.
So they were judging you.
Yeah, I felt like that. Yeah. It wasn't really,
So it was either church or the dance, and you chose church.
Yeah, you still at the church? Time. No. I believe in God, but I don't attend church.
Why did you stop going to church?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I've always been a researcher, so, I research things like the Holy Tabernacle, I research Buddhism, I research Islam, all different things, and I just decided that, you know what, I believe that there's truth in all of it, and I don't think that, personally, my belief was that I don't think that God is going to say, because you... Say, for example, I'll try and shorten it. For example, if you live in a Muslim country and that's all you've ever been exposed to, that, if you're not washed with the blood of Jesus, that means that you're going to go to hell. Do you know what I mean? If you're a good person, you've got a good heart and everything. So I just thought, you know what? No.
So you said you've got a good heart, you're a good person.
Yeah, but you're going to go to hell because you don't know anything about Jesus.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Let's talk about you and your appearance. Okay. How many tattoos do you have? And that one in your neck must have hurt the most.
Everyone says that, but
it didn't.
It didn't. That was the least painful.
Really?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of nerve endings there.
But it's sensitive.
No, and it's just the way that he done it. He's done dotting.
Okay.
So no, it didn't hurt. That's the least painful. This one was quite painful because it's bony.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. And what? So tell me what. So you got like a star type thing on your neck.
Right.
What does that mean?
This is a pentacle. So it's for spiritual protection, it's a protection, symbol of protection. So it's earth, air, fire, water and spirit.
Right, okay.
Also number 6 is my life path number. That's numerology. Number 36
there's 6 in the middle. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And number 33 is a high vibrational frequency number.
Where's the 33?
It's a powerful number. It's up the
is it in there?
At the top there.
Oh, okay, I can't see it. Okay.
So most of the time people say, "Oh, do you worship the devil?" I'm like, "No, I believe in God." So no.
Okay, the one in your chest, the circle.
Yeah, this is a Siriyantra mandala.
Oh, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
No idea what that means. Okay,
sacred geometry.
What does that mean?
So I believe it's Hindu belief. It's the mother of all mandalas. It's actually used as well as like a meditational tool.
Okay.
So if you're meditating, it helps you to focus.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to look it up. I could go on forever about that one. It's very powerful.
How many do you have? You guys, it looks like you've got some on your
arm.
I've got
13.
13?
At the moment, yeah.
At the moment, you want more?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. What was the most painful one? And what was the longest one?
Oh.
In terms of time, not in terms of size.
What was the longest one? Probably the one on my stomach. I've got ISIS on my stomach, going from there to there and then down to my belly button.
The terrorists?
No. It's in Isis, the goddess Isis.
Okay, right. Okay, just
Egyptian mythology.
Because someone's going to be thinking, she got a tattoo of terrorists.
No.
And that was the longest one.
That was the longest one. And the most painful one, I think it was...
How long did that take, the ISIS one?
I think probably about an hour and a half.
That's not too
bad. That wasn't the longest, actually, because I've got one on my back, and that took 2 hours. I was literally shaking by the end of that one, and I was supposed to go back and have more shading, but I didn't go back.
After you went through the pain of the one in your back and you were shaking, you thought you didn't think that's enough?
No? I really like them. They're expressions. It's creativity, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's painful.
It is painful.
Do you like a bit of pain?
But it's worth it at the end. No, not really. I hate.
I
have a really low pain threshold.
I don't think you do.
And you know what I did? I used to make them put the cream on,
right?
The numbing cream at first. But then I realised someone said to me that it makes it worse because then when the cream wears off, the pain feels more intense. So no, I don't like pain. I just like tattoos. I like the end result.
Mate, okay, all right, fair enough.
It's like a journal.
Why did you decide to first go and get some tattoos? Did you see someone with them? And what do your parents think about it? Seeing that they're from the church.
My parents aren't from the church.
You said you went to church with your mum.
Family.
Oh, okay, all right.
Family members, not my parents.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
because when I got mine, got mine in the summer. I literally got one. And I had to go through the whole summer wearing like sweat tops. Like, just because my mum would have killed me, so I was literally just sweating buckets all summer. And obviously, my luck, it was a hot summer as well. Yeah. So I was there, and I never had much t-shirts I never had any long sleeve anything apart from tracksuits.
Okay.
So when it was really hot and people were wearing their vest, I'm there in my hoodies and everything because I had to cover it up or I'd get kicked out of the house. Wow. But you were okay. The family didn't judge you. They were all right.
No one judged me. The first one I got was when I was 17, and that was actually at a friend's house. A friend of mine, their dad. Yeah. Just done it in their kitchen and actually passed out because I was having a little drink. Yeah. And obviously that's not a good combination. Nope. But then after that I didn't get any more until many years later. So probably like let's say about 7 years ago is when I started getting tattoos, and I was just addicted.
So I've been playing your music for what now? Let's say 2 months maybe?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah,
and we finally met last weekend or the weekend before
at the Deja Vu
event. The Deja Vu event. Yeah. How did you find it?
It was amazing.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
So I wasn't supposed to be hosting that, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I knew nothing that was going on.
Right.
I didn't know they were streaming. I didn't know who was on next.
You did a very good job.
I was all over the place. I was a complete mess.
No, you did well.
But yeah, so it was good to see you. So I've actually got to see you perform before I even got to meet you, which was great.
Yeah.
How has it been for you this year? Because I always ask people that maybe perform a lot and then 2020 hit, COVID hit, everything shut down. Yeah. Did you have any plans for 2020 that have literally just not happened because of this COVID situation?
Yes, I have. I was supposed to go and do a festival in Florida.
Really?
Yep. And then the month after that, I was supposed to go for a showcase in Atlanta that I was invited out to. Obviously.
A showcase for what?
Oh, it was actually, I don't know if I can say it, but it was actually for it was for Rock Nation. Is it Rock Nation? Yeah, okay. What's his name? Jay-Z's.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? Thingy Bob.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the right name of the label.
Oh wow, what's his name? That guy, no one knows him, but he's only got a couple billion. And he married to Beyonce. John.
I was invited by a good friend of mine, Hollywood.
A good friend of yours? Who's that? Beyonce?
No.
No? What's her name again? I don't know. Be something.
He's a producer and videographer that I worked with previously the year before in Atlanta.
Okay.
So they select certain artists to invite to go and perform, and potentially see if you can get a deal or what have you.
So how did you get selected? Was it just
through him?
Was there like a process of submitting anything, or he just knew you?
No, he knew me because I'd worked with him before, so he literally messaged me and was like, "Yo, Prolific, come out, da-da-da,
She said, no, Prolific official.
Yeah.
No? Get it right.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, and you missed out on that. Nightmare.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I booked my ticket and everything. He was ready to pick me up from the airport, and then COVID hit, and
mad.
Yeah, lost.
Fuming. Okay.
Lost
well,
that.
there's always next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to them? Have they said there's the potential to go back next year?
I mean, they always show me love. So, I'm sure if anything's going on, when everything's settled, I'm sure that, I'll be out there. One of my friends from Atlanta today actually shouted me out, and she was like, "Oh, we really miss you and your candy floss," because I was like walking around with this candy floss hair. And another photographer out there, she's amazing, Keratova. She works with a lot of big artists out there and stuff. We were out there with Jagged Edge and some other people last time.
Dropping them names.
Yeah. And no, she's dope though. She's really
I'm surprised
creative.
you actually remembered who they were though. You don't remember Jay-Z, but you remember Jagged Edge. That says a lot.
She's really creative, so she hit me up, and I know that once everything calms down, it'd be great to go out there and do some work with her as well. So
100%. Okay, let's get on the song that I've been playing for the last few weeks, months. We're going to get a live performance of it first, but I'm going to let people listen to it if you haven't heard it already, and if they haven't, then where have you been? You may as well introduce it.
Okay, this is Played Yourself.
Can I just say this before I press play on it?
Okay.
Why? Whenever I say to someone, you introduce it, they say their whole voice changes. No matter what they've been talking in a high pitch, low bit, and no matter what happens, they turn into this smooth FM DJ. Okay, so
it's you though. That's you do the same thing.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I might actually. I don't even realise. But yeah. So you've been talking about. Okay. Yeah. This is Played Yourself. Go on. Introduce it one more time, just for the bants.
Woo! So this is.
Go on.
This is Played Yourself.
Sounds of Prolific. That track's called. Oh no, let you do it. So go on, just one more time, just for laugh.
Played Yourself.
Prolific official here in the studio. Track's called Played Yourself. We were talking off air. In fact, you know what? Actually, you were saying about that this track has done quite well in terms of getting radio play and all the rest of it. So people have been showing you a bit of love.
Yeah.
As an artist, what are the struggles as an independent artist that you face constantly, effectively, in getting your music heard, appreciated, and that sort of thing?
I would say that, well, with regards to like local radio stations and stuff, they always show me love, which is amazing. Yeah. But as for mainstream, I feel like it's kind of like a closed circle. Do you know what I mean? And then for me, like I was saying before we came back on air, that because I don't really tend to stick to a structure, like the typical structure of a song, I just do whatever I want and whatever I feel, and however it flows is how it flows. That can be a problem, because
so for me, that's the thing is, it's never the done thing until someone does it, and then it's okay. So for example, it's not the done thing to create a song maybe with like 18 verses, for example. It's never going to happen. But if Drake then turned around tomorrow and made a song with 18 verses, everyone's going to make a song with 18 verses.
Exactly. And that's what it is. And it's like also with regards to genres, people expect you to stick to one genre. When I first came back into music over the last, probably like 2 years ago, I was experimenting with all different genres just because I like music. So if I'd hear a beat if something came to me, I'd write to it. And it might be kind of spitty, it might be a ballad, whatever it was, whatever I felt, I would just create that. And I'd be told a lot of the time, you have to stick to a genre because we don't know where to fit you, for the machine and what have you. So that was a bit of a struggle, not being able to be free. So
I don't know if you ever heard the story about Amy Winehouse when she first came out, and then she submitted her music to the mainstream radio stations, and no one would play her.
Oh, really?
Because they didn't know where do you fit in.
Yeah.
You don't fit in anywhere, so we can't play you.
I didn't know that. I've had a few people tell me that actually.
Wouldn't play her. Wouldn't play her. So the BBC ones, the Capitals, whatever it might be, how do we play you? What is this?
Yeah.
Then obviously it could find. So a funny thing is actually, I'll tell you a funny thing. So like for example, BBC One introducing or BBC introducing.
Yeah.
So BBC introducing is introducing new acts.
Yeah.
For example, they had last week or the week before, they had an artist called Bobby Harvey. I think her name is. Yeah, Bobby Harvey was BBC introducing of the week.
Okay.
I don't know who else was playing her, but I know that I was playing her at least 4 to 5 months before that.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if they listen to the local stations, as you were saying, and pick up from there.
Well, you can submit your music. I've actually submitted to them.
I know, but it doesn't really matter because 1,001 people submit their music, and you'd be lucky. And I think they pick and choose names that they know or people associated with people that they know. I don't know. I'm not part of the panel. But it is hard. But the things that they introduce to the world have been introduced months ago. Yeah. So keep trying. Yeah. Just keep trying. Keep submitting.
I think that, to be quite honest, it's like I've had people say to me, "Why do you still go to open mics and stuff? Because you perform so much, you don't need to go there." And I like it because that's where you find the rawest talent. Yeah. And you might meet producers there that are coming out with new sounds and no one's heard of them yet. And to me, so I think that local radio stations is the place to be played, because that's where your local people are going to lock into, and that's how you build your name locally first, isn't it?
So there's an argument against both, because people say radio is not what it was, which quite clearly isn't. And most people like listen to Spotify, so like maybe your kids do they listen to radio? Probably not. Probably listen to YouTube stuff and Spotify.
Which is why a lot of people do visuals now as well.
Absolutely,
everything is about visuals. But what I find is with that, you can kind of, I actually posted something Beyonce said the other day, because when you're watching the visual, a lot of the time you're just watching it for the visual, and you're missing a lot of, it might be if they've done really good BVs, really good harmonies, what have you, because you're so locked into the visual, you're not really taking in the vocals.
Commuter? Does the consumer care for that if they're not a musical person?
Wow.
Because if you're obviously a musical person, so you're listening for things like that.
Yeah, I listen to the small details. Yeah.
But Steve, who works in a butcher's, does he care about BVs? Does he even know what a BV is?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It is true, and that's it, and that's why you've got studio singers or artists. Then you've got musicians, and you've got vocalists, and you've got people that spit conscious rap, and they think about what the hell they're saying before they say it, and what message they're trying to put across. Yep. And then you've got people that just do whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Just whatever, yeah. Fling something down.
Yeah.
So what's happening with you in terms of your music? So we got this song, Played Yourself. Projects, bodies of work, albums, tours. What's happening?
Oh well, so apart from COVID, which has kind of slowed things down a lot, I'm working on an EP. It's actually nearly finished. I've got one more song to do. Myself and Toro C, we've got a song that we're doing, and what else? Yes, I've got the EP. There's going to be 6 tracks on that. I have obviously been doing, I guess you'd kind of call it a radio tour, because I've been to a lot of the radio stations promoting and stuff.
How do you find doing these radio tours?
I like it. It's nice to meet people and talk to people, and I like it when people ask me interesting questions.
Oh, so you're going to hate this? You're going to hate it today then?
No. You've asked me questions that other people haven't asked, so that's always nice, instead of just the generic questions. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice when people actually try to get to know who you are. Yeah.
Who is your inspiration out of interest, just as I said it?
Life is my inspiration.
Yeah? Good. Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine the tours can be a bit awkward. Like speakers, not everyone likes speaking to people they've never met before, for example.
Oh, I'm good like that.
Yeah?
I'm a people person, so...
Fair enough, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about the EP. How many tracks are going to have on it?
6.
6
tracks?
Got
6 tracks on it, yeah.
Okay.
And it is kind of like neo soul based. I've got one reggae tune on there. It's an old school reggae tune with some really amazing legendary musicians. It's all of it's been created with live instruments. None of it is digital.
Something tells me you're not going to tell us who.
No, you have to wait.
How long do we have to wait? When's it likely to come out?
So it was supposed, this is the thing, it was supposed to come out in December, but it really depends, because obviously access for studios, and I was going to do a launch,
a little party, little shubs,
a little shebeen, so at the I'm looking at December, but it depends on what happens with the COVID thing.
Little shubs, but only invite 5 other people.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And everyone else will be on Zoom.
Dead.